We're doing okay. I want to start by saying I'm Diane Sollee, and I'm the founder and director of the Coalition for Marriage, Family, and Couples Education and of Smart Marriages. And it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 12th Annual Smart Marriages Conference. And I want to begin by welcoming the returning veterans. I feel that, we're a club, and I know that we come back every year because this is where we kind of plug in to the great collective, and we recharge our batteries, and it somehow keeps us going for another year. It's just an amazing thing to gather with this many people and know that you're not totally nuts by yourself, that there are all these other marriage nuts out there, and that they too believe that we can turn things around for marriage. And we come back with great anticipation every year, because what happens is that the conference smushes everybody all together, all the programs, and then everybody sees each other's programs and they think, oh, I've got a great idea, and they go back to their workshop and their tool bench, not their, in this field, workshop means a workshop, their tool bench, and they work on their program, and they come back and they bring the new programs. You're going to see a keynote on Friday that is one that's being repeated this year from last year, because it was so incredibly popular, that showcases all the tools of the trade. So I welcome all the returning veterans. Thank goodness you come back, and that's also because we know that even though we've been meeting like this for 12 years, there is still so much work to be done. You don't turn a culture around in 12 years. It takes, we're patient little tugboats, and we're determined, but it does take time. Which leads me to welcome all the new people. We are so glad to have new people. We move the conference to a different state each year, and our hope is that we will, colonize and entice some of you to join the coalition. I know that the new people, many of you have been on the list for a long time, and you come up and you tell me you finally were able to get here. You've been following the list, and you've been on the website, and you're completely already members. You're already bought in. I also know that some of the new people just saw the program, just saw the great lineup of speakers, and just saw all the marriage courses, and you came to see these people in person, Harville Hendricks or Gary Chapman or Sue Johnson, and you will do that, and you came to increase your skills and tools for working with couples, and you will do that. But we hope a certain percentage of you will join the coalition. Now, I want to tell you that joining the coalition is oh so easy. There is no application, there are no dues, there are no subscription fees. All you have to do is share in the mission. You can put on your business card. I love it when I see business cards that say that they're members of the Coalition for Marriage, Family, and Couples Education and Smart Marriages. And when I see resumes that have that on there. By being interested in the mission, you are a member, and we welcome you. The way to join is to sign up to the free news list. That's how we stay connected all year. And maybe list your programs on the directory, and definitely try to come to the annual conferences where we pollinate. And the coalition is a very interesting group, because it is really a true coalition. And by that I mean we have a huge variety of people, which is what gives it its strength and its potential to change the culture. We have incredible geographic diversity. We have people from every state at the conference, from all four corners, Alaska, Hawaii, Maine and Florida, and everything in between. We have had people attend from all over the world at every conference. In the past years, I've been able to say there were people here from 24 countries, more than 24 countries. This year, 12 countries. The economy, it turns out, I thought it was really our problem, but it's a worldwide problem. I've been hearing from people from Africa and the Middle East and all over the place that say they're having a very hard time economically. But we do have people from Australia and South America and Africa and the Middle East and Asia and Europe and Canada at this conference. So, In addition to the geographic diversity, that's not that unusual. You've all been at meetings where there was a lot of geographic diversity. But what we also have is we have incredible philosophical or ideological diversity. And that gives great promise and great hope. We have conservatives and liberals. We have Obama supporters and McCain supporters and lots of independents in between. We have the churched and the unchurched, and among the churched we have all the faiths and we have all the denominations represented. And everyone just hangs their ideology at the door and gets together and works on the problem that is an equal opportunity destroyer. It's like the flood water. It rises up and it will go into anyone's house. And so we are all working hard together. And it's very energizing to be in a meeting like that, a group like that. We also have professional variety, professional diversity. So we have marriage educators for sure, but we also have counselors and therapists, and we have fundraisers, and we have clergy, and we have military, and we have researchers, and we have scholars, and we have a lot of policy people and elected officials and divorce lawyers and judges. Last night at the registration, a guy was talking to me who wanted to try to get his program in next year about intersections of marriage. And I said, but okay, you've got the program. What do you do in real life? Well, he was a tax accountant. That's what he did during the day. And we have a lot of people like that, physicists and engineers and MBAs and all those people. So that leads to our optimism. The other thing that makes us these kooky optimists that we think, it's not that we don't smell the coffee and we don't read the reports and hear that, divorce is going to take over and family breakdown and marriage is on its way out. I think we know the stats better than anybody, this group, because we have to pay attention so we can talk to the San Francisco Chronicle and so that we can, talk to our legislators. We know that, but we are very optimistic because of a couple of facts. One is that people believe in marriage. They want it. It doesn't matter who does the surveys. It doesn't matter what group they ask. It doesn't matter rich or poor, young or old, black or white. Doesn't matter. People say their number one goal is to have a happy marriage and successful family. They prove it by marrying. 90% of Americans still marry at least once. When they divorce, what do? They go out and they remarry, hoping to get it right by changing partners. 75% remarry within 4 years. They really believe in marriage. So we don't have to try to say, marriage. They're there. They take their vows, they mean it, they want to keep them when they do it. What they can't do, they don't know how to do, they don't know how to keep it. And then we've got these other set of facts over here, which is that there is a lot of new research and new information about how to approach marriage in a new way. And our goal, our mission, what we're asking you to buy into is very simple. It is just to try to get the research and the new information to the people. That's all the mission is. It's nonpartisan. It's real easy to sign on. And you can sign on with a little bit of your time or all of your time. You can be like a Dennis Stoica and give it your whole life. Or you can, just work on it one day a month or something, or an hour a month. We don't care. But we would like you to buy in. Now, what is it that we're trying to get out there? What we're trying to get out there is something called marriage education. Smart Marriages kind of says it. We believe that if people can get better educated about marriage, can know more about marriage, they'll do better. And so we are trying to get marriage education out there. And marriage education, what is it and what isn't it?